Journey Point and the founder of the Six Star Business podcast and community. My presentation today in this short 15 minutes that I've got with you is all about the power of purpose in your marketing. Now, what gives me, the credibility to sit here and talk about purpose in marketing? I've been working with engagement people, customer journeys, engagement journeys, automation and marketing for pretty much my whole career. So without giving away how old I am, that's a while. And working in my own business for the last 12 years in marketing and the last 18 months solidly on customer journeys. What I've noticed over that time was most people came to me because they wanted just to buy a thing. They wanted to buy a funnel or an outcome. And whenever I tried to explain the power of understanding, I guess, the uniqueness, like Terry was just talking about, bringing that uniqueness of the human connection in. When it came to small business, they really didn't have the awareness of how important that was. And I've noticed that certainly since the start of the pandemic, so the last 2 years, things have shifted. And it's shifted us for the better in that we now crave more connection. We crave more, transparency. We need to be more vulnerable. We need to be ourselves. And there's a part of us all as consumers who are craving all of that, and we want real, don't we? So where does purpose come into that? So purpose, I'm going to go to my next slide. What's the definition of purpose? Something to be set up as an object or an end to be attained. So intention. It's all about intentionality. When we do something with intention, we intend to achieve something. We intend for something to happen. That is quite different to just doing something for the sake of doing it. And if we apply this to business, you understand that a lot of people are in business just to make money, or they just need to make their sales targets, or they need to, fill in the blanks. Yet if your intention for your business goes beyond just the product or service you're selling, it carries a whole different weight and a whole different meaning to what you do. And this is, for me, what I call the silver bullet. You know how in all the online marketing, digital marketing world and speak, they talk about the silver bullet, the 10 steps to this, or the, 7 steps to, 10x your income. Everyone's looking for this silver bullet, and it could be a silver bullet in any area of your life. Okay, it could be around your health or your relationships, whatever it is. When it comes to business and marketing, there's, I've always had a bit of a chuckle around the silver bullet because to me it doesn't exist, and yet I feel that purpose is the silver bullet. Why? Because exactly of what I've written there. It connects humans to humans. A lot of people, though, don't know what their purpose is. And I'm going to take you through just some examples. I've only got, a short time here, obviously, but this is something that I work with my customers on. And we not only just figure out the purpose, we link it to all the products they sell and the way they sell them, the journey that the customer goes on, and how to sell them and what to say. So you've already heard from some amazing speakers today about emotional intelligence and connection and words and storytelling and all these things, and everything is related. And just imagine how powerful it would be for you if you actually had figured out purpose. In other words, what is the intention of your business? What are you intending to achieve or impact? So here's an example. This is a very crude, basic example, but this is one I give often, and people have a laugh. Now imagine I've got 2 red pens, and the way I sell it is the first one is, hey, it's a great pen, it's sturdy, comfy to hold, look, writes really well. It's only $2. Buy it today and you'll get 20% off. Now that is a very typical sales script. It's a very basic item. We need a pen. Okay. What about the second salesperson with the second pen? It's the same pen. And they say pretty much the same thing. It's a great pen. We actually donate 20% of all of our proceeds to replanting rainforests and protecting endangered species in the Amazon because we are passionate about that, and that's part of who we are as a business. It's only $2. Which pen are you going to buy? Now, the salesperson on the right obviously has a purpose attached to the business. They're not just trying to make money, which is the pen on the left. What happens when we hear someone speak from purpose is a whole lot of stuff that goes on between our minds and our brain and our heart, and a whole lot of stuff in between. And there's some unconscious things that happen as well. If that purpose resonates with us deeply, then on another level that's not even conscious often, we actually go, boom, we connect, we align. And straight away, we have this magnetization that goes on. That's really, really powerful. I'm not saying that this is your purpose. Everyone's got a different purpose. And I'll give you some examples of different purposes in business shortly. The key, though, the point that I'm trying to make here is that by talking about purpose first and bringing that into the conversation about what it is that you're here to do, to achieve, to intend in the world, is really powerful. I've had the question, Aveline, what's the difference between, the Simon Sinek why and your purpose? And my answer is this. And by the way, I facilitated for many years using the why model with businesses, and I loved it. And yeah, I've evolved. And to me, the purpose is the next evolution of that. And here's why. The why question is one that you answer when you look inside. So why do I get up? Why do I do this? Why? Okay. And it's an internally focused question. Whereas the purpose goes outside of you and seeks to answer, well, what's your intention for this business beyond yourself? So what's your intention for this action, this project, this thing that's outside of you? So it's not then just about you. The purpose is bigger than just you, because remember, we live in a connected universe where the human species is one species, but we live in a universe of, billions of species, and we are connected to everything. So this pen example is a purpose, that their purpose is about connecting with the rainforest. It's beyond themselves. It's not just about them. So I hope that explanation of the difference between the why and the purpose makes sense. So what makes having a business purpose so powerful? So as I explained briefly just now, there is a fast, unconscious heart-mind connection that happens with your audience. It happens really quickly. Often it's unconscious before it becomes conscious, and then they think about it and then start to realize how amazing it is. The other thing is, because of that, when people buy and they'll engage, obviously, at a higher level. So they engage quickly, faster, they're more interested. If you're going to buy the first pen over the second pen, so you buy just based on price only and the features and benefits of the pen, you're far more likely to go price shopping, change providers of that pen the next time you need another pen. So yeah, number 3, the lifetime value of that customer increases because they believe, or they like what you believe in. They like, and sometimes they believe in the same thing. And here's the thing, if you've got someone who has a similar personal purpose or something they're interested in outside of themselves, and they see that you are as well, you've got something else outside of business that's connecting you. The customer is always happy to ride the waves of change. So when you go through changes in your business, your customers that are engaged on purpose will stay longer, they'll put up with the changes, they'll embrace them, and they'll stick with you. And obviously you'll get more natural referrals. So here are the subconscious questions we ask as consumers when we're about to go and engage with a supplier. So this is what we want to know. What truly makes you tick? What do you believe in? And what do you stand for? So if there's one exercise that you can take away from this short presentation that you can do, is answer these 3 questions and brainstorm it. Write out, just write a page, put it on a whiteboard, whatever it is, and really fundamentally, get it out of you. And it might take half an hour, it might take an hour. It might take a number of sleeps, because when we sleep, we process things. So it might take a number of those as well to get it all out. And then you'll wake up 3 days later and go, you know what? Oh, here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Figure that out. And they're the things that, say, like Terry was talking about being authentic and genuine. These are the things that need to come out in those sales conversations, to be authentic and to create those authentic connections. So powerful. I'm going to give you an example, and this is my first one. I'm going to share my screen. And one moment. Hopefully this works. All right, this is an engineering company. Before they went through a completely massive, figuring out process of who they were, what they stood for, and their purpose, they were just an everyday engineering firm. They figured it out. Their purpose is this: it's engineering a better society. I'm not going to play this video, but they have this beautiful video here on the front of their website. So I'd recommend you go to the website and play it. And what it does is it talks to their purpose rather than just selling their product and service. The next example I'm going to give you is Cinch Transform. Again, they were just another accounting practice. Okay, they did outsourced CFO services, and they worked in the nonprofit and NDIS sector in Australia. They figured out their purpose, and it was to strengthening business to better serve communities. Totally repositioned their business. They're able to talk to their prospects far more clearly and sets them apart. And then they've repositioned their whole website. Absolutely beautiful. Here's another example, Batazo. This is a manufacturing company. They came up with the art of engineering, and they have a purpose video right here. And their purpose is all about bringing people together to collaborate with other manufacturers to deliver tailored solutions for unique conditions. And they're doing an amazing job of that. So their purpose is not just to be a siloed business, right, to be the best manufacturer, but they actually connect with other manufacturing companies to utilize their combined strengths. It's really quite beautiful. And a final example is a design. This is Irene Emily, and her purpose is making business beautiful. That might sound, fair enough. That's what she does. But you know what? It took her 6 months to come up with those 3 words. And now she has it everywhere, and it makes her so much more congruent with her language and the way she speaks and how she connects with customers and prospects. So they're just a few examples that I wanted to give you. And I'll quickly jump back into my slides. And I just wanted to leave you with a couple of comments. The first one is this one, which is a belief of mine. The human connection is the most important part of business. So, like everyone else has talked about today, being human is key. My purpose is to shift industries to value people. That's what I do. And I absolutely love it. If you'd like to learn more, or you'd like to connect with me, feel free to go to my website, journeypoint.com.au, or reach out via email as well. I'd love to have a conversation. So thank you very much.
And if anybody would like to talk to Aveline, she's going to jump into the business development room right now. So that's a group discussion room if you'd like to have a chat with Aveline. Thank you very much, Aveline.
Thank you.